Okay, right everyone, welcome to week 4 of our one-arm press-up progressions. Hopefully, you've got an idea of what we're going to do today. Just keep up with the exercises as much as you can. So the idea of this session is really to try and build, your pressing strength. So, ideally we're going to try and get you strong on one arm, but if you're not strong enough to do that, then just work on your strength with 2 arms and just drop down to sort of any particular type of press up that is within your capabilities. So as long as everyone's completely fit and healthy and you haven't got any injuries that are going to bother you, we'll make a quick start. So if you have got any problems, just try and work around them as best as you can. So we're going to start our normal warm-up sort of sequence, which is to get into downward dog. So just briefly get into the position, just a few breaths. Walk your ankles around, get your heels down if you can. Just keep moving on this. One of these sort of fairly dynamic. You don't really want to stretch too much. Just want to get our bodies moving. Reach up nice and high with your hips. Drop your heels down. Be nice and loose. Get your shoulders up by your ears. Stretch up nice and high with your hands. And come through. And reverse that stretch. Do a little cobra and pop up into a plank. Just come forward with your left leg and go into lizard if you can. Keep your knee off the ground. Just sit here for a second. Just briefly try and touch your knee to the ground. Just reach down just briefly. Doesn't matter if you can't get there, just work until you feel a little bit of resistance and then come back up. Go forward with your right leg and do the same on that side. High knee on the back, elbow just reaching for the ground, not quite touching, come back up. Okay, back up into downward dog. And we'll just do a little walking around, just feeling out the different corners that we have in our hips and in our shoulders. Walk your hands around, just feel that stretch in your glutes and your hamstrings and in your upper back. And then you should find your heels drop down to the ground a little bit more. Come forward into a bit of a plank and step forward into a lizard. And just feel that stretch through your hip flexors, in your adductors, and to increase that, just drop this elbow down just a little bit of a rotation in your upper back, and come back up. Go into plank, into the middle, hold that for a second, step forward on your right leg, and drop that knee, that elbow down, a little bit of rotation with your back, then pop back up. Into downward dog. Let's go into cobra. Let's stretch out our abdominal muscles. And decompress your upper back, pushing down into the ground. Look up. Just keep your spine moving. Just get everything moving. Go back up into a plank. Forward into the lizard again. Drop that elbow. Maybe you can touch the floor this time. Maybe you can't. It doesn't matter. Just try. And on the other side, swap over. Try and touch the elbow down. Come back up into a plank. Okay, so if you drop onto your knees on all fours, I just want you to feel how it is going to be when we start doing some press-up movements. So from this quadruped position, just go into a bit of a press-up. Nice and easy, really easy. Just a couple of reps. Just feel what your shoulders are doing, just 3 reps. Okay, and then feel what your shoulder blades are doing. So roll your shoulder blades around, go high, go low, and now lock them into this brace position that I keep talking about. So slide your shoulder blades down and keep them stuck to your back. Nice and strong, and just a couple more very easy press-ups. And just feel a sense of security, stability in your shoulders, and you should feel that everything's located right in the middle of its socket, nice and strong. A couple more reps, just to liven everything up and get you ready for when we're going to do some press-ups. So if you can feel that, then you're ready to go. So again, just lock in place, roll your shoulder blades around, lock into place, and then just a couple more very easy press-ups. Okay, so just going to give the upper body a little rest to get the rest of the body warmed up now. Just go through our normal leg progression. So you're going to do some split squats. You're not lunging forward and back, you're just going straight down to the ground and then back up. And when you're at the top, feel a slight stretch here in your hip flexors, but we're working mainly the front leg. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So pay attention to your hips. Keep your hips like a bucket full of water, not tilting forward, not tilting back. And you should feel a little bit of stretch here if you get that right. Swap over legs, step back. Nice upright torso. Think about your hips where they are. Another 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so you're going to go into a wide squat. Nice and wide. You're going to try and load up your hips, get them moving. You can feel adductors working as well. So go nice and low and then come back up. But then really try, keep everything tucked in and keep fairly upright with your posture. Not leaning too far forward like this. Keep it nice and upright. So you're going for 10 reps. So 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then for our glutes and hamstrings, again, single leg deadlift. And try and keep this hip square. Try not to raise up too high up here. Try and keep it in this plane. Almost touch the floor, or touch the floor if you can. Nice 10 reps. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swap over. Remember, keep this hip low. It tends to creep up. So reach down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Brilliant. Okay, just going to go back to our split squats. Nice big lunge, but then just go straight down. So this knee and straight down to the ground, your back knee, and pop back up. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get your arms up in the air as well if you want to, make it a bit more difficult. Get a nice stretch, nice stacked torso, helps your hip position. Imagine you're holding a really heavy weight, you try and support it. So 2 more. That's it, 1 more, swap over. Keep your hands up. Just feel the tension all the way through your body, nice and stable. Brace your core. That was 2 reps. 3, 4. Really extend straight arms and bent elbows. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we go back into squats. Now what to do, nice and wide. Tuck your tailbone under, squat down as low as you can, and pop back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really come through with your hips, nice straight legs at the top. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, our second round of these deadlifts. just really focus on keeping as much weight into your heel of your foot as possible. Should help with balance. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swap over legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, for the last time, into our split squat. So we're going 2, 3, reach up high if you want to, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swap over. And reach rep, just reach high over your hands. 2, nice straight body. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And squats again, last time. All the weight in your heels, get down nice and low. Feel those hips working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last time, you're going to go single leg deadlifts. You can go for 2 hands, get extra stretch, all the way down to the ground. 2, watch where your knees tracking. Make sure your supporting leg isn't wobbling too much. Knees pointing forward. Get your hip working all the way through that range of motion. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swap over. All the weight in your heel, all the way through with the hip. Nice and straight at the top. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Brilliant. Okay, so that's our legs dealt with, just a warm up, really get ourselves nice and ready for this sort of strength aspect that we're going to work on now. So if we all get down into a kneeling position, so I want you to choose a variety of press up that really is difficult for you. So we're aiming for about 5 reps or less. So basically, you're going to choose, maybe for you, it's right to do just a normal press up. I'll just leave it up to you to scale it as you wish. But if you want to follow along with this progression, you're going to go for a hard press up. So last week, we did a bit of a kneeling press up with one leg out to the side. You're going to try and do a kneeling press up with a straight body and just one arm. Now what you can do is use this free arm to touch the floor just below you, so you're shortening the lever. And the closer to the front you have it, the easier it gets, because it becomes more like a normal press up. So, for instance, you have all the way down here, fingertips only, and then press. So you want to experiment with that for yourself and find out where your strength is. Or just do a normal press up if that's right for you. You could also do that as a full press up with your knees off the ground with a similar sort of scaling effect. So you do it like that. Okay, so away you go. So 5 reps or so. Give that a go now, please. Off we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Swap over. Just find where it's going to be comfortable for you now. On the other side. 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so our assistance exercise while we're resting, we can go flat on the ground and go work all the muscles around our shoulder blades by doing some unsupported cobras. And to lift your thumbs, point to the sky, and pinch your shoulder blades as hard as you can together and come down. Got 5 more reps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And hold it, and then come down. Right, so now we're on to our second set. So by now you should know the type of press up you're going to do. And again, remember, it is okay if you're there and you can only do a kneeling press up, and that's great. If you can, it's just 2 reps of a normal press up, that would be great. Okay, so where we go, 5 reps of something difficult. So challenge yourselves in your own time. 5 reps if you can. 2 more. It's getting difficult, that's good. And if you can only do 3 and you reach failure, then that's great, because that's what's going to make you stronger. Just keep your form as best you can. Okay, so that's 5 reps each side. And now we rest. So just reverse that movement by doing the cobra, unassisted cobra. A nice 5 reps. Just really stretch out your chest, thumbs to the sky and down, all the way up, curling the back, shoulder blades down, and then come back down to the ground. Third rep, up high, with the thumbs, shoulder blades down, and rest. All the way up and down. Last rep, all the way up and down. Okay, so it's the last one for this exercise. So it's our 3rd set. So you might have some problems with this one, but just try and keep going. If you want to make it easy, you can go wider with your legs, whether you're kneeling or doing a full variety. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you can, last one, 5. Almost didn't make it, but that's fine. That's how you get better. On the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good work. Okay. So we get back down to the mat. We'll do this assistance exercise. So reverse, or so unsupported cobra. Come up and down and up. Hold it and down, and up. Shoulder blades down, away from the ears, and relax. Back up, high thumbs, and down. Last rep, curl up, really high, and down. Okay, so our next step is going to be another pair of exercises. But this time, I want you to try a one-arm press up if you can, but just do the negative. So whatever you can achieve. So if it's just a kneeling one, that's fine. Just have one hand out in front of you for support, to slow yourself down if you lose control, like so. So you're in a kneeling position, and then the count of 6, lower yourself down, hand ready to catch you if you fall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back up, okay? So just going to go for a few reps. It's quite hard on this one. It's maybe about 3 or so. But you might just, if you're not doing one arm variety, you can do the same on a normal press up and just lower it down nice and slowly. So away we go. So get yourself ready. Get ready. One hand ready to catch yourself if you do fall. And lower yourself down. Try the kneeling position if you can. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And down. And rest. Come back up. Shake it out. We're just doing one at a time. It is quite difficult. It's really negatives, which is this, really helps to build strength in the muscles. So slowly lower yourself down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And rest. Same side again. Shake it out. Set yourself up again. Last rep on this side. Hand ready to catch you if you fall. Lower yourself down. And rest. Okay, so swap over to the other side. There's 3 reps there. And then you might be weaker on one side to the other, so don't worry. This is my weak side, so just going to see how we get on. Lower yourself down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Get yourself ready. Get your core strong. Get your knees planted or your feet planted. Hand ready. Lower yourself down. Nice and slow. And relax. Last rep on this side. Get yourself ready. 5, lower yourself. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's great. So if you've done those, good going. Now remember how that felt. And if you need to drop down to an easier press up variety, then please do. If you get on your backs, just going to rest and we're going to do some glute bridges. Just as a easy exercise for us to recover our strength ready for the next set. So we're going to do 7 more. 6, 5. Just remember glute bridges. You want to keep all the tension in your glutes, obviously, but don't use your hamstrings. So keep your back fairly flat and don't arch your spine too much. Okay, so that's 10 reps there. Just going to flip over. And if you're ready, we're just going to go for as many as we can. So if 3 is too many, that's not a problem. Just bear with me. You need to do normal press-ups, that's fine. So you got the grip, ready the hands. We're going to try and lower ourselves in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up. If you're ready, go for it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. Third one on this side. Ready with the hands, just in case. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, losing it a bit there, that's okay. On the other side now, 3 reps, if you're still with me. Ready, your supporting hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Try and keep yourself square. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Last one on this side for this set. Ready, supporting hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling that right now. Get onto your backs and rest and do some glutes bridges. You have your knees straight or in, depending on what you want to work in your hip area. So it's 2 reps, 3, 4, 5, 6, get nice and high hips. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So hopefully that exercise provides a little bit of rest for you. Okay, so last set on this. If you're still with me, if you're having a lot of difficulty and you can't keep yourself in a good position, then we can just do normal press-ups or something else like that, or kneeling ones.
They could do their weights with their glute bridge, or you could do one-legged glute bridge. Main thing, pull your tummy in first, and then lift up really, really high, and then lower. So just really, really, really tight to the height, and then lower, gently. Keep your bottom curled in, so you don't have to reset each time. Keep that core solid, and come down. If you've got it, you do one leg. Up, and lower down gently. Up and lower down gently. Then you can try the other leg. Up and lower down gently. Remember that core's in, and you lift. And then we're going to hold. So we're going to lift. Now we're going to hold. Then I want you to just pump with your feet. Keep your hips up high. And then walk for 10, 9, 8, 7. Try and keep still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down gently. Let's go to our side and do a set of side planks, because we always love to do our side planks. See where we are. So basically you're all quite experienced, so you could have a weight in your hand, and I want that bottom leg to be worked. So this is one that we should be working now, and that leg points and comes back for 10 and in, 9 and in, 8 and in, 7 and in, 6 and in, 5 and in, 4 and in, hang in, 3 and in, 2 and in, 1 and hold. Crossed on top of the knee, whoa, and just hold, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Yeah, just that isometric hold at the end makes you work just that little bit more. Okay, side plank, line it all up. And if you work at it, you see things can get stronger. Last Friday, I couldn't do that side at all. So here we are, we're here. That bottom leg comes in at points, and we're going in and out for 10. 10, in. 9, in. 8, in. 7, in. 6, in. You can be pumping. 5, in. 4, in. 3, in. 2, in. 1. Cross it over. And hold, lift high, lift high, lift high, lift high. Stay, 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 And down you come.
Give me a quick thumbs up, brilliant. Okay, so hopefully I won't disappear again. So we're just going to, okay, I do have one plank for you to do. So we've done side plank. So you'll get into a front plank and really sort of place your shoulder blades down and then go up into a Spider-Man. So knee up all the way to the elbow and higher if you can, and then back down. So we're going to do about, I don't know, let's go for 10 reps and see how we feel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your core nice and straight if you can. Keep your bum down. Your pelvis tucked in. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll get down onto the mat and we'll do sort of Russian twist. So you can either have your legs up in the air and twist. If you've got a weight, you can have that, or just do it freestanding, or you can have your heels on the ground and twist. So we go for 10 reps. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down into your backs and to go for a normal crunch. Just slide your hands up your knee, just using your abdominal muscles all the way to the top as high as you can. Shoulder blades off the ground. And we're going to go for 15 reps, so 10 more reps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back into Spider-Man planks. So 15 reps again. Ready. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back onto the twists, whatever you chose before. If you do have a little weight, you can grab it and make it a bit harder. So legs up, get into your V and touch. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back onto your backs and crunches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back onto the planks, Spider-Man planks. Away we go. So 1, 2, 3. Nice straight body if you can, in all planes. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And onto V twists, Russian twists. Nice straight legs if you can, and twist side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice breath in your back. Crunches. Nice slide your hands all the way up to the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. Sternum all the way as close as you can get to your pelvis. So 3 more. 1. Really tense those muscles. 2 more. And rest. Brilliant. Okay. So sorry about that interruption. I'll hand you back over to Mary now.
So just in our upright kneeling position. So if your knees are too sore, then please put a towel under your knees. But it just actually helps us to pull our tummies in. So our knees are sort of midway, and sometimes they give way. So I want us to really pull our bottoms in and pull our tummy in. So we're nice and solid here, and thinking about our shoulders just relaxing. So I'm all in black, and you can see a lovely straight line. So how far can you pull your tummy in so that your pelvis is straight and so that your shoulders are back? And then there's a little bit of tension there. So try and keep that position, but just allow the muscles to relax. So you're really tall. Now, a few shoulder shrugs just to get comfortable in that position. But keep that pelvis forward and keep a little bit of engagement there. We're going to shrug our shoulders. And I just want you to lift your right shoulder up to your ear, and then just down. So just lift the shoulder and relax. Lift the shoulder and relax. I don't know about you, but there's all tension there. So let's do it nice and loosely, and then just let it go down. Lift and lower. We'll keep on this side. This time we're going to lift our elbow and lower. Lift our elbow. Can your elbow keep in alignment? Lift and lower. And that stretches around the scaling muscles of your back. So you're all in alignment, and that elbow's coming up in that straight line as well. And that's quite difficult. Lifting and lowering. And then we're going to turn our arm. We're just going to come in and out. In and out. Can we have it at 45 degrees? So a little bit higher, Helen. So it's right up at shoulder height. And it comes into your nose and it comes out square. Into your nose and it comes out square. And from there, I want you to go up and go to the point. So you're coming into a V. And pull through your rib cage, breathing in as we stretch. And then just let the air out. And when you let the air out, just let it collapse. So breathe in. Everything comes up, your tummy moves, and then you just let it out. Breathing in. And let it come out. And then changing sides. So shoulder to ear. It's a bit of mobilization as well as stretch. Just doing it unilaterally for a change. So that one shoulder can move, one may be stiffer than the other. And then bringing your elbow up and down. Breathing in and out. Breathe in when you lift and out when you let go. And then turning to your 45, 90, 90. Comes into your nose and out square. That's the back of your shoulders, your rotator cuffs. In and out. Good. In. We should be traffic wardens, really. In and out. Then you're going to reach up to that V, reaching up, up and over. And feel that stretch through the oblique muscle through the side of your body. And come down. So we're going to breathe in and let it go. Breathe in, reach, and let it go. Now both arms together, breathing in, up. So they clasp together, stretch those shoulders higher, and then just let it go, let those shoulders drop, keeping your posture though, just letting those arms go down. And gather in, coming up tall, and let it go. Then we want to go backwards. So we want to get our arms interlock, fingers interlock, and then you're just going to raise your chest, open your chest to the world, and bring your shoulders backwards. So breathing in and out as you breathe back. So it's like the extent of giving yourself a hug, then your arms come round, and then go back, 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 back. And from there, you're then going to bring all of your body in. How far back can you go? And you know this is within your own limitations. Some of the athletes here I know can go all the way back. I want you to go back as far as you feel comfortable. So you can go back to your heels, or you can just have your hands in your back, going backwards, opening backwards. And some of you will be flat on the ground. It's your challenge. You go to where you want to go backwards. And can you find some peace? And can you find some relaxation in whatever position? If you've gone back and you're shaking, that's a little bit too far. Come back up here and just be open and calm. It doesn't matter where you are. Just allow your neck to go backwards. Not overextending your neck, just in a comfortable position. And just allow yourself to inhale and exhale. And then as we've gone backwards, our chin comes to our chest and we come forward. So everything comes forward and we're going to go down into your child's pose. But I want you to tuck your head into your knees. Tucking your head all the way into your knees and curling your back in. Really tight, tuck, 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 tuck. And allowing yourself to rest. So you may be like me, that you've got your shin along the ground and your foot is flat. So I want you to change your position of your foot and I want your toes to be bent. So I want your feet, your heels to be up and your toes to be bent. And now go back into your child's pose. Be careful of your knees. It puts a little bit extra stress on your knees. So just go backwards with your chin and just, you can take the weight off your knees if you like by putting your hands down. And just stretch through the bottom of your feet and through your quads a little. You can take the weight on your hands if you need to. But people will be able to rest without taking any weight, wherever you want to be. Good. And then coming up. And I know some people have been increasing their running. So I just want to look at our toes. And I want you to bend your knees up. And I want you to put your hand behind your toes. So I want your hand to be at the back of your toes with your knees bent. So you're stretching your toes to your calves. And you can do that both feet at a time. You can put your elbows in between your legs. It's your toe stretch that I want. So if you need to open your knees a little, that's fine. But I want you to stretch your toes as far back as they can towards your ankle, towards your shin. Yeah, so that's a stretch. We're just going to hold it there. Now, if you've got that bind, you can actually pull your shoulders down and you can try and sit nice and upright while you're stretching your toes. And as you know, your toes go forward. So just keep hold of your big toe and then allow the other 4 toes to go backwards. So your big toe is forward. You've got 2 fingers on your big toe and your little toes go backwards. Slightly different. Now I want you to put your hand on your toes, your 4 toes, and I want your big toe to go down towards the ground. So your big toe is lower than your little toes. Just playing around with our feet. A little bit of foot mobility. Can you part your toes? Can you open your toes? And at the same time, open your fingers. How wide can your fingers go? How wide can your toes go? Remember, there are people who can paint with their toes. So can you play the piano? So from your little toe, can you move each toe independently? Or do they just work as a block? There should be 5 little movements, 5 little tendons that move. You know, those little piggy went to market, so they all just move, yeah? So you're really working those toes. So all of these are connected to your plantar fascia, and especially for Rob, these are then connected to your Achilles. So this is all the back line of your foot by moving your feet backwards and forwards. Then I want you to put your knees out wide and open your feet. So make the soles of your feet say hello to you. So my thumb is underneath my big toe pad and I'm opening my feet, and that allows your legs just to go out a little bit as well. The knees will go a little bit lower as you do that. So your little toes are together, but all the other toes are going apart, and you're using your thumb to separate your feet. Your heels can be together. So just exploring our toes a little. Ankle circles, moving our feet around. When we're doing our feet, we can move our hands, because remember, they can move around in circles as well. Yeah? And clenching our toes, clenching our fists together, and then spreading our feet out. So fists and feet. Clasp together, tight, and release. Pump your hands in, pump your toes out as well. So clench and release. Clench and release. Okay, now with your right foot, put the toes on top of your left foot, and with your right foot push down and your left foot pull up. So you've got tension, and you can do the same with your arms. So one hand is pushing down, your fingers can be upright, and one hand is pulling up, one hand is pulling down. The same, one foot pulls up, one foot pulls down. And this is just stretching your shins. Stretching the tendons along the front of your arms, front of your legs. Change over your hands, stretch the other way, change over your feet. So the feet change from one side to the other. Just stretching through. That's really good. Yeah, and then just move them around nicely. Yeah? Going back to your calves, to your downward, so we're going to go on, I'm going to go on to, the downward dog, and I want you to paddle your feet. Paddle your feet. So you're doing a stretch for your calves, pushing the diagonal hand down and the diagonal foot down. So try and get the heel on one side down and the hand pushing backwards, opening the diagonal line of your body. So the opposite hands are just loose and the opposite foot may be off the ground. You can load the leg a little bit more if you want. And if you bend the knee in, you can stretch through the inner calf. The change over legs, so the other leg goes down, stretching all the way through that calf onto your forefoot, and try and just do the diagonal hand. The other hand is nice and loose. So you're stretching diagonally through your body, feeling that calf stretch. Good. And then just coming up, we love our hips. So we just roll our hips from side to side. And can we actually look at our body position as well? Can we be nice and upright? And how can you maximize this stretch? Can your chest be over that knee? Does that knee have to be at 90 degrees? Does that back leg have to be at 90 degrees? Do you want to lift that front foot up? Experiment. What do you want in your stretch? Where can you feel maybe more in your hip by moving that foot up, right? Maybe by moving the back foot, maybe by holding the back foot. For me, I actually quite like leaning over and just holding that back foot. And let's rotate that back foot round. I'm actually getting a quad stretch by pulling that leg backwards, but I'm opening my hip at the same time. As you know, I'm not prescriptive, so you just challenge yourself wherever you want to be. It may be low, it may be high. Oh, it may just stretch out tall. You may want a straight leg, but you're still rolled over. And find that little bit that just needs waking up. Find that little bit that hasn't moved recently. And your hip rotates, so let's just do some circular movements. Round in either direction. And then change over to the other side. And again, what am I going to do? I may move my back foot. I may want to lift that leg. I may want to be tall in my body. Just holding that position, just coming backwards through that position. That can be nice, stretching backwards. You may want to lift that front foot up. Just holding that as a stretch, using your breath. You lift that front foot up, maybe. That's getting right into my glute on that side. So my front foot has come up, and I can feel the stretch in my glute. Then I'm going to go down, and I'm going to get hold of that back foot again. I'm going to roll over, and I'm going to use that as my quad stretch. The front of the knee, and I'm going to make that hip move around. And when it feels good, I'm just going to hold it there, maybe 20 to 30 seconds, just feeling a stretch. And again, I can see some people, if you prefer to have your straight leg, that's absolutely fine. It's your stretch, remember, pulling that leg back. Good. And then rolling over onto your tummy. And just looking up, bringing those shoulder blades back together. Our toes are straight, and we're just stretching through our shins. Just allowing our shoulder blades to hang back, using our breath, inhaling and exhaling. And then we need to go down, we need to cross over one leg. So we're going to lift a leg and just open through and roll backwards, rolling through your body, rolling backwards, opening to the world, allowing those muscles to rest there. And coming back, changing legs. We roll around. So it's as much stretching as it is mobility, because sometimes we actually need some tension in our muscles, and overstretching or being over flexible can be bad. So we just need mobility. And this time we're going to continue to roll that way and end up on our backs. We're going to bring our knees in, hands underneath your knees. And then bring our legs down, so you're making space in your kneecaps. So your hands under your knees, and you're making space in your kneecaps as you press your legs onto your arms. We're going to bring our legs up into the air. And if you have it, you hold onto your feet, and we just stretch our hamstrings up. Stretch our heels to the air, pulling our toes down. You'll be holding onto your calves, bringing those toes down, whatever you have. Wherever you are, you can hold the backs of your knees if you like, but bring the toes downwards. We're just going to go down into our pencil. That's arms go up above your head, toes point. I want you to press your hands together and press your ankle bones together and press your big toes together. So press inwards, press your knees together if you can. Everything going inwards together to bind. And just breathe in and breathe out. Everything should be tight. And then I want you just to let it go, let it go, let it go. So that was everything in. And now bringing your hands down by your side and letting it go, and letting your hands go wide, Your feet go wide, a wriggle of your back, your shoulders are placed on the mat, and you just enjoy your time to breathe. Just slowly breathing in and breathing out. We inhale for a count of 4. We hold. We exhale. Try breathing in through your nose, trying to make your abdomen move, trying to make your rib cage go out and your lungs fully expand. And then let the air out. So inhaling and exhaling. Just allowing yourself to be just present in your breath, feeling a relaxation through your body, allowing the tension to flow away. And then just think, the little fingers dance, the little toes dance. You should be more aware of your fingers and toes. So let's just move them. Let's play that piano. Moving our wrists, moving our ankles, bending our knees. Maybe do a little bit more of a rock. Then you're just going to rock over onto your side and come up to your seated position. And we end up just on the mat. And we take a big breath in. We breathe in and we breathe out. We gather all the air in. And we breathe out. And you give yourself a big clap. Well done you. Really good. Thank you for coming on a Monday night. Excellent.